Happy Valentine's Day. So please open up your composition notebook to page 1. On page 1, you will find your table of contents. Today, we are working on pages 56 and 57. Well, it's Valentine's Day, so it's 2-14. And yes, we are still learning equations. So please copy that down if you have not done so. So I would like you to work this number routine on page 56 of your ISN. In the back of the room, you should have picked up 2 sheets of paper. One of them will be your homework. It goes on page 56, or it goes into your homework folder. And your notes will go on page 57, which you'll tape at the end of class. So in our number routine, it says the following. How do you know? Is this an example of an expression or equation? If it is an equation, write it down and solve for n. 4 more than n is -3. So if you think that is an equation, write it down. Can you write it, turn it into number variable operation, and solve for n. Please pause at this time to give students the chance to copy down the table of contents and tape what they need to tape down and solve their how do you know. Welcome back. So, is this an example of an equation or an expression? It is an equation. An equation is like a sentence. It is equal to something. And next thing, there's an answer to it. So it says 4 more than n. So we have n. What's 4 more than that? Is equal to -3. So I would like you to solve this. You may solve this with algebra tiles, or you may solve this with drawing, or you may solve this algebraically. So this is n. Is this variable isolated on the left side of the equation? It is not. How are you going to get rid of +4 or +4? The inverse is -4. Again, I have to balance it on both sides. I cancel this out. So n equal 3 negatives with 4 negatives is -7. To check your work, if you do not believe that is the case, if I replace the n right here with -7, -7 plus 4 is -3. So that is your number routine. That is done on page 56. So please take out your homework now. This homework is not for a grade because I'm not here to grade it. So here are the answers. So I'm going to go through each one, and please put a check or X. Each question is worth 5 points off. Number 1, let me use a highlighter. Number 1 is -8. Number 2 is -6. Number 3 is -5. Put a check or X. Number 4 is 1. Number 5 is 25. Number 6 is 5. Number 7 is C because you divide both sides by 4. Number 8, let's talk about number 8. Number 8. So here's the variable. What is the inverse of minus -5 plus -5 plus -5? This cancel. So 7 plus -5, x equals -2. So that means the answer is, oh, sorry, stop. 7 plus -5 is x equals 2. So it's D. I knew I was wrong because when I was checking it in my brain, if I replace the x with a 2, 2 minus -5 is 7. The other one would have not been that. Number 9 is A. This is represented. The algebra tile is represented by A. So number 9 is A. Number 10 is B. Number 10 is B. Number 11 is C. This is represented by the algebra tells. Number 12, half of x equals -6, so it's A. Number 13, x minus 1 equals 4 is B. Number 14 is, can you match the equation to one of the situation? This is what we are focusing today lesson, but this is a preview. So Dana scored 3 less than Carter, and Carter is P. So P minus 3, so is B. 3 less than P. 15, 4 friends split the cost. When you're splitting the cost, you're dividing the bill evenly. So it's cost divided by 4 equals $13 each person. So 15 is A. And we're going to be learning number 16 on March 9th. This is called complementary angles. If angle N is 42 degrees, what would angle T have to be? So it equals a right angle, which is 90 degrees. So the answer is B. Number 17, oh, that's it. So each question is about worth 5 points apiece if you would like to grade it. So please give students time enough to tape it into their notebook. So please pause it. Welcome back. Students should have taped their homework on page 54. Tonight's homework goes on page, you're going to tape it to page 56. It's 8 questions, or if you do not want to tape it to page 56, you may put it in your homework folder. So you may need to pause at this time to give students a chance to tape tonight's homework to page 56 or put it in their homework folder. Welcome back. So in this question, let me go here. In this question, let's watch this video.
And I happen to have here $100,000 cold hard cash. Each of you will receive $25,000 to bid with throughout the competition.
Hey now.
But it's smart, chefs, because whoever is left standing at the end of the day only gets to keep the money they have remaining. Chef, get your cash.
$25,000. This is about 1/3 of my year's salary as a service member in the military.
25.
So this is Elton Brown. He's one of my favorite celebrity on Food Network. I love this show. So Chef Marquise, the one with the shaved head, said the following: 25,000 or 1/3 of my yearly salary is $25,000. So I want to figure out how much does he make per year. I'm curious about that. So 1/3 of my yearly salary is $25,000. So what variable what are we trying to find here? Yearly salary. So I'm going to use the letter Y here. So let Y represent the yearly salary of Chef Marquise. So write an equation and now solve for the variable. So 1/3 of my yearly salary, so 1/3 of my yearly salary is equal to $25,000. So do you remember how to solve an equation such as this? Is this variable Y isolated on the left side? No, it's not. I see 1/3 here. What is the reciprocal of 1/3? It is 3/1. So I need to multiply both sides by 3/1 because 3 over 3 cancels out. So what's 25,000 times 3/1 or 25,000 times 3? If you write this in fraction form, 25,000 times 3, Y equals $75,000. So Chef Marquise makes $75,000 every year. If you cut it into thirds, that's 25,000. That's one way to solve it. There's another way to rewrite it. Some people may rewrite it as this: his yearly salary divided into thirds equal 25,000. What is the inverse of divide 3 times 3 times 3? This cancel. That's why Y, yearly salary, equal 75,000. So what you're going to do now is you are going to be given an equation such as this. Let me highlight it. X plus 2.5 equals 127.5. Can you now So you're going to create a story situation, a word problem. Please make it funny if possible. I mean, we do want to have a good laugh. And then you're going to solve for X. So first of all, you're going to make a word problem, and then you solve it. So you know what? I'll give you a hint of advice here. So let's see. You may wonder yourself, where is Mr. Joe? Well, Lucy Liu bought me plane tickets to a plane ticket to Los Angeles to meet her. So let's see. Lucy Liu took Mr. Joe on a date to an exclusive restaurant in Hollywood. Only the best for Mr. Joe. Lucy paid for most of the meal, but Mr. Joe, let's say Lucy paid for the meal. Lucy paid for the meal, and Mr. Joe paid $2.50 for tip. The total meal with tip was $127.50. If X represents the money Lucy paid, how much did Lucy pay on the date? Oh, that's a good one. So let's go back and look at this one. So Lucy Liu took Mr. Joe on a date to an exclusive restaurant in Hollywood. Only the best for him, or for me. I'm talking about myself. Lucy paid for the meal. So she paid X. This is how much she paid for the meal, X. But I generously paid $2.50 for tip. All right, that's kind of cheap. You know, I have to admit that's pretty cheap. The total meal with tip was $127.50. If X represents the money Lucy paid, how much did Lucy pay on the date? So now I have to solve for X, and I'll let you solve for X. So you may pause at this time and give students time to create a funny story. Welcome back. The next thing what you're going to do for the last part of the class is you're going to, on the second page, you're given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 word problems. On the back, there are 10 equations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You are going to read each word problem and match the equation with the word problem. Then, let's read the directions because I know kids don't know how to read here. Which situation is best represented by the equation? So match the equation with one of the situation. Then you will solve for the variable. For example, let's look at question number 1. Beto was asked to collect $160 for a school fundraiser. So far, he has raised $40. How much more money does Beto need to raise? So far, the initial what he raised was $40. So he needed to raise some more money. Plus, so $40 plus, they didn't tell me what letter to use. I'll use X for now. And then, so he raised $40 plus he raised some more money. He needs to raise more money so he can raise a total of $160. Do I see it here? Is this a good choice right here? Yeah, it's the same thing because you know in adding, it doesn't matter where the placement is. So since I wrote it this way, I'll just keep it. You know what? No, I will use what they gave me. So let me erase this. So let me slide this over. So now I need to solve for the variable. This is X. I need to isolate the variable. So I need to subtract 40 from both sides. Subtract 40. X equal 140. So that is the answer. So can you please do it? And then the rest of the period, please finish your rest of your homework. Be aware tomorrow you are taking a quiz. Your quiz will be about a little over 10 questions. Part of the quiz, you have to model with algebra tiles by drawing it. Then the other part of the test, you have to solve equations such as these. Then you will have to match. You have to match problem situation with equations and solve it. So good luck on your quiz. And then there's an essay part of it. You will be writing paragraphs about a topic, and you'll find out tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll come back and I'll be very tired from Los Angeles, but I'll be back. All right, later.